What's going on, guys? The Team Muffin here, and today I'm going to be doing another tier list. Some of you guys asked for an action figure tier list, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I did a plush tier list before, so you can go watch that video if you want to by clicking the card in the top right of the screen. So an action figure tier list, I actually tried looking for one, but I couldn't find any that had every action figure, so I actually had to make my own. And I also couldn't find that many PNGs for all the action figures, so a lot of them I had to make into PNGs, so that took a while, so leave a like on the video for that, because that took me a while. Also, I don't know how Springtrap pop figure got here. That happened somehow. So we've got the tiers S, A, B, C, D, and F. You can see here we've got every single action figure, so let's get started. Starting off with the OG action figure, Freddy. So the Freddy action figure, it's not too special. There's not really much wrong with it, except it has upper teeth. Because of the upper teeth, I'm going to put it at B tier for now. It could go up later, but for now I'm going to put it at B tier because of the upper teeth, and it also has a ribbon on its hat, and it's not supposed to have that. Bonnie, again, upper teeth, so I'm going to put him at B tier as well. The Chica action figure, again, has upper teeth, so again, I'm going to put it at B tier. I do like the cupcake, so maybe I'll put it to A tier. Maybe later. For now, I'll put it at B. So the Foxy action figure, this one does have upper teeth again, but Foxy's supposed to have upper teeth. But I'm not going to put him at A tier. I'm still going to keep him at B tier because he doesn't have any golden teeth, and also his endoskeleton isn't painted for some reason. It's just black. They even did like a repainted version later on, like when they restocked these guys, and they still didn't paint the endoskeleton, which is weird. So I'm just going to put him at B tier. Golden Freddy, same reasons as regular Freddy, upper teeth, ribbon on his hat. He's going to go at B tier. Springtrap is the Build-A-Figure of this set. I think it's pretty good. There's not too much wrong with it. He does look a little strange, but I'm not exactly sure why. I'm going to put him at A tier. He's pretty detailed. They put in the William Afton guts in him, or whatever, flesh, whatever it is, like in his chest and his arms and everything. So I think it's pretty cool. He's got all his wires, all his detailing. So yeah, pretty good. I put it at A tier. So this one, you may not know what this is. This is actually an exclusive from Wave 1. It is the glow-in-the-dark Foxy action figure. It's basically the same as regular Foxy, except he glows in the dark, and also his colors are a little bit different. Again, they didn't color his endoskeleton, and he's just completely recolor, but glows. So I'm just going to put him down to D tier for now. Nightmare Freddy action figure. This action figure I do really like. I'm going to put it at A tier. So this figure, it's got a bunch of detailing. It's got all this stuff correct. His eye color is all good. He even comes with a freddle, which is really cool. I do wish he came with 3 freddles, but that's fine, whatever. I think it's a really cool figure. So Nightmare Bonnie, just like Nightmare Freddy, he's very good, has a bunch of detailing and everything like that. But for some reason, they gave him white eyes, and he just would have looked so much better if they gave him black eyes, like Blimp. That's him with black eyes. It looks so much better. He's the only one out of all the Nightmare action figures that has white eyes. I have no idea why they did it, but because of that, I'm going to put him at B tier because he has a very big mistake. So Nightmare Chica, again, lots of detailing, very cool looking. It even comes with Nightmare Cupcake, which is great. The problem, again, with the eyes. So Nightmare Chica, as you can see, there's a red eye and a blue eye. Nightmare Chica is not supposed to look like that. Nightmare Chica is supposed to have a red eye and then like a gray eye with no light coming out of it. But for some reason, they made it blue and still like indented like it's a light. So that's weird. So I'm going to put it at B tier for that mistake. So basically what I'm doing for this is I think I'm going to be putting like the amazing ones, like 100% accurate to the games, in S tier. And then the ones that are really good are going to go in A. And then if they're really good but have like a mistake in them, I'll put them at B tier. C tier, I'm not sure yet. Nightmare Foxy, again, very detailed, has a lot of good detailing. This one doesn't have any mistakes on it. I think it's very cool, but I mean, it's not too amazing, so I'll just put it at S tier. Or A tier, I mean. I think it would have been really cool if he actually came with, like, his Foxy plushie, because Nightmare Freddy, he comes with one of the freddles, so I think it would have been cool if Nightmare Foxy came with a little Foxy plushie. That might have put him in S tier, but for now, A tier. Funtime Foxy, this one technically has nothing wrong with it. It's just weird that it's in the FNaF 4 section, since technically it's only in FNaF World. It's the fixed version of Mangle. There's not really anything wrong with it, so I guess I'll put it at B tier. It doesn't fit that well with the theme, though, so I'm not sure why they did it. Nightmarion, like I said, S tier is for the characters that are 100% accurate to the game, so Nightmarion goes into S tier. Nightmarion is a great figure. They also made it bigger than all the other ones, which is really cool. All the other ones are like this tall, and the Nightmarion's like this tall. I don't know, I don't just show you. I've got Nightmarion here, and we've got Nightmare Foxy here. See, look at that, height difference. Isn't that cool? I like that. Nightmarion's S tier for sure. Very cool figure. Very cool figure. Jacko Chica. So this is an exclusive from Wave 2. It's basically Nightmare Chica, but, you know, glow in the dark. I'm actually going to put it at C tier. Or should I put it at B tier? I guess I'll put it at B tier, because these are the ones that look really good but have a mistake. I think it's cool. They made it. The face, it glows in the dark. It has some spots on it with orange in it, which is cool. It also comes with the pumpkin, which I think is very cool. And I know what you're thinking. If this figure is so good, why are you putting it at B tier? I thought this was the ones that have mistakes that you're putting in B tier. Well, Jacko Chica is very cool, has the orange stuff and stuff like that, glow in the dark, but that's only for the head. All of the black parts and indentations on the body and stuff like that, they're just black paint for some reason, so that's why I'm going to put it at B tier. I think it would have been a really cool figure if they made all that stuff orange instead of black. That would have been really cool. Baby! Baby! I like the baby action figure. Not A tier though, going at B tier. Why is it going at B tier? This is because they didn't paint all of the creases in between the faceplates. They did actually have that, I think, in the, like, concept art or whatever. I don't know what it would be called. I think the concept art for the figure. It actually did have the faceplates painted and the creases, but for some reason when the actual figure came out, they didn't do that, so I'm just going to put it at B tier. If they did that, it would have been really cool. Also, they made her the same size as every other figure. I think it would have been really cool if, like they did with Nightmarion, if they made Baby, like, a lot bigger than all the other ones. Because in the games, it says that Baby is 7.2 feet, which I think is 7 feet and 2.4 inches or something like that. So she's very big, so I think it would have been really cool if they made her bigger than all the other ones, but they didn't. Also, didn't paint in the creases. I think it would also have been really cool if they gave her a bitty bab, like how they gave Nightmare Freddy one of the Freddles. It would have been really cool if they gave her a bitty bab, so I'm going to put her at B tier. There's nothing really that wrong with her. It's just she could have been a lot better. Funtime Freddy, I'm actually going to put him in A tier because they did paint one of the creases in between the faceplates, the one that's going right down the face, the most obvious one, so it looks actually really good. One of the most accurate figures, honestly, in this wave at least. They also gave him Bon Bon, which is cool. I do wish that they made Bon Bon detachable. Sadly, they didn't, but still a really cool figure. So Funtime Foxy, pretty much the same thing as Baby. They just didn't color the creases in between all the faceplates and stuff like that. But Laura, exact same thing. Didn't color the creases in between the faceplates. Also didn't give her a mini arena. I think it would have been cool if she came with the mini arena. Now, Ennard. Ennard is a really cool one. I'm gonna still put it at... I think I'm gonna put it at A tier, even though it does have a mistake. The mistake is that it doesn't have any eyebrows. Ennard, we have always seen him with at least one eyebrow. Like in FNaF Sister Location, in the extras menu, he has one eyebrow, but in the private room, he has 2 eyebrows, and then in Help Wanted, he has 1 eyebrow. We've never seen him with 0, so I don't know why Funko did that. But it is still very cool, very detailed, so I'm putting it at A tier. Okay, Lolbit is an exclusive from Wave 3. This one is pretty good. I'm gonna put it at B tier. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it, but Lolbit, like, in Sister Location, at least, we never actually saw Lolbit's full body, so it's weird that they made an action figure of them. I guess it's just because they wanted to make an exclusive, and they felt like recoloring Funtime Foxy into Lolbit. But like I said, Sister Location, we never see Lolbit's full body, we just see the head. We do see it in Help Wanted, but in Help Wanted, Lolbit doesn't have a hook, so this could technically be inaccurate, but it was made before Help Wanted, so, I mean, I don't expect them to know that. Oh yeah, also, if they didn't remove the eyebrows for some reason, in the game, Lolbit doesn't have eyebrows, so the action figure shouldn't have eyebrows either, but they still gave it eyebrows for some reason. Okay, this one, glow-in-the-dark Baby. I'm just gonna put it at the same tier as the glow-in-the-dark Foxy, because it's basically the same thing, it's just Baby, but glow-in-the-dark. Okay, now onto the Pizzeria Simulator action figures. These ones, most of them are pretty accurate. Rockstar Freddy, gonna put him at A tier. There's nothing really wrong with him. I think he's a pretty cool figure. Same thing with the Rockstar Foxy, except he does have one mistake. I'm still gonna put him at A tier even though there's a mistake. So the mistake is that he shouldn't have, like, coloration down in his... whatever, the below area, the area below his chest, he shouldn't have coloration down there. I think the reason it has this is because they reused the Funtime Foxy action figure, and in the Funtime Foxy action figure, that area does have coloration there, so I guess they saw this indent and decided to also color that in. I mean, they could have just removed that, because they did remove, like, the speaker and the faceplate area on the Funtime Foxy action figure, so I don't know why they didn't do that on this, but it is still a really cool figure, so I'm going to put it in A tier. Actually, since I added some of them up here into A tier that have mistakes, I'm actually going to move Nightmare Chica up to A tier as well, because the mistake isn't that big, so I don't think it should move it down a grade. Nightmare Bonnie's still going to stay down here, though, because that's a really weird mistake. I have no idea how they messed that up. Orville actually does have a mistake. It is a very cool action figure, but I'm going to put it at B tier because it has upper teeth. Should not have upper teeth. Pig Patch, though. Pig Patch is good. Nothing wrong with that one. I think it's very cool. Same with L-Chip. There's not really anything wrong with L-Chip. I think it's a pretty cool figure. I'm going to put him at A tier. So Scrap Baby, this is a cool action figure. It's the Build-A-Figure and the Pizzeria Simulator wave. I think it's very cool. It does have a mistake, though. Like, some of the faceplates should be blue instead of all of them being white. And also the eyes, I think it would have been cool if the pupils were white instead of being black. But I think it's still very cool. It's definitely going at A tier. Maybe even S tier. but since it does have a few mistakes, for now I'm putting it at A tier. I might move it up later though. Lefty. This is a cool one. I would put it up to A tier just like Rockstar Freddy, but it has some mistakes. First of all, they made him right-handed for some reason. I mean, his name's Lefty. I don't know how they messed that part up. And also, his nose should be a little bit bigger, but that's not much of a mistake. Okay, now these guys, all the glow-in-the-darks. These guys definitely going down to F tier. They're very bad. I mean, we do have these two glow-in-the-darks in D tier, but at least they look fine. These ones just look terrible. They're the worst. The blacklights, I'm gonna put them at the same tier as these glow-in-the-dark ones because they don't look too bad. Like, compared to the Pizzeria Simulator glow-in-the-darks, they don't look bad, but they are still just completely recolors, so I'm gonna put them down at D tier. Okay, now the security breach action figures. If you're wondering why I've had C tier opened up like this, it's because all of the security breach action figures go down to C tier. So the Glamrock Freddy action figure, the head is just completely reused from Funtime Freddy. His body proportions aren't correct at all. At least his coloration and detailing is completely fine, but like the body is the wrong proportions, and also the head is just completely reused from Funtime Freddy. So definitely C tier. Montgomery Gator, like I said, the proportions are all wrong. His head is also reused from Funtime Freddy, except they did make his like mouth big and long, so I think that's cool, but still, it's just the Funtime Freddy head. Roxanne Wolf, the body is actually fine on this one, but the head is just reused from the Funtime Foxy action figure from Wave 2. Glamrock Chica, body is fine, but they just completely reused the regular Chica head, so that's bad. And then Vanny, it just looks bad. They didn't reuse anything, it just doesn't look very good. Freddy Frostbear, though, I think Freddy Frostbear is a very cool action figure. Nothing really wrong with him. I mean, technically, he shouldn't be transparent. Also, the cracks in the eyes don't look that good, but he's very cool. They also removed the upper teeth, which is very cool, because the original Freddy action figure, they're pretty much the same mold, except for some reason they removed the upper teeth, which is very cool. I like that they did that. And all the detailing and stuff is really cool, so definitely A tier. Maybe even S tier. I think I am going to put it in S tier, and I'm also going to move the Scrap Baby action figure to S tier as well. Now, Chocolate Bonnie, you might be thinking, hey, this one's very cool as well. Aren't you going to put this one at S tier? No, I'm going to put it at B tier, actually. I kind of want to put it in A tier, but there's just a lot of stuff wrong with it. First of all, the coloration is way too dark, and also they forgot to remove the upper teeth. For Frostbear, they did remove the upper teeth, but this guy, they didn't. I guess I'll put him at A tier. I like the bite marks in him and everything like that, so I'll put him at A tier. He's still pretty good, he just has some mistakes. I'm actually also going to move Lefty up to A tier. Nightmare Bonnie, I don't know. I kind of want to just leave him down to B tier, because the eyes throw him off a lot. Chocolate Freddy, I mean, he looks cool, but I don't know why he exists. I'm not going to put him all the way down to D tier, but I'm going to put him at C tier. Same with Chocolate Chica, I don't know why she exists either. Alright, I'm back. So I actually did film this entire video, but then for some reason my thing decided to stop recording 24 minutes into the recording. I don't know why it did that. I mean, I still have storage on my phone, so I'm not sure why it stopped recording. I'm just glad it didn't stop recording like right when I started, because then I would have lost all my footage, and that would have been really sad. At first I thought I did lose all my footage. That was very disappointing, because then I would have had to refilm this entire thing, which would have been very sad, but thankfully, I only lost like 10 minutes worth of footage, so let's just go through this again. So Easter Bonnie, there's not too much wrong with it. It's just a kind of boring figure, and also they still left in the upper teeth, and also there is no tag on the ear. Easter Bonnie should have a tag on the ear, so I'm just gonna put it at B tier, not the best, not the worst. So now onto the Cursed Dreadbear action figures. I really like these action figures. Glitchtrap is going to go to A tier. He does look a little strange with all of the different joints like popping off like all the other action figures, because Glitchtrap is supposed to just be a guy in a suit. I mean, technically, he's supposed to be some kind of virus on a computer, or I guess the VR. But I mean, the character is supposed to be William Afton in a suit, so he's not actually supposed to have these, like, broken off pieces like an animatronic, because he's a human in a suit, so it does look a little weird that it's like this, but I mean, they did it with all the other action figures, so I'm not surprised they didn't change it, and I think it does look fine. The only other mistake besides that is that his vest should have stars on it, but it does not. But other than that, I think it's a great figure. I think they did a lot better than I expected them to, so it's very cool. I do wish he came with something like maybe a tape, or maybe the plushie that you get from defeating him, or something like that would have been very cool, but whatever. Dreadbear, this one is definitely my favorite action figure from the Curse with Dreadbear wave. It's definitely going into S tier. I think it's a very cool action figure. There's nothing wrong with him. Every piece of detailing is perfect. The only issue is that his coloration isn't perfect. His coloration in the game is more of like a dull greenish brownish thing, but this one is like a bright greenish blue color. But Funko did say that the coloration on the plushies wasn't final, so hopefully that's the same for the action figures. I guess we'll just have to see what that is. I do hope it is like not final, because like I said, I would like this guy to be the correct color, because then he would have been like a pretty perfect action figure, but also because later on you'll see one of the action figures is not the correct colors. Grim Foxy, this one is also very cool. Not as good as Dreadbear, but I'm still going to put him in A tier. The only thing that's really wrong with him is that he doesn't have any pants. I mean, like, the region that he should have pants on, his legs, I guess, they didn't color them, so they're just the same color as the rest of his body, but that area, like his pants area, should be brown, because that's what it is in the game, but that's really the only mistake with it. I still think it's very cool. Now, like I said, the coloration thing, hopefully it's not final, just like the plushies, because this Jacko Bonnie action figure, the colors are completely wrong. Like, here's the regular Jacko Bonnie from Help Wanted, and then here is the action figure. The coloration is just completely wrong, so hopefully the coloration isn't final, and they do change it to be the correct colors. But I mean, other than that, it is a very cool figure. But I am just going to put him at B tier, because the coloration is wrong on the entire figure. I mean, like, with the Nightmare Chica, it's just that one part of the eye, so it's not a big deal. But this guy, it's the entire figure, so it really throws it off a lot. Captain Foxy, this one, I'm not actually sure if I should put it at A tier or S tier. So the regular Foxy action figure, like I said, a big mistake was that they didn't color the endoskeleton. With Captain Foxy, you can see that the strap on him is actually covering up his endoskeleton. So we don't know if they colored it or not. I guess they didn't, because there is no endoskeleton actually on the figure. But so there's not really any mistakes on this figure. I almost want to put him at S tier, but just because there's not anything too special about him, I'm going to put him at A tier. Just like I said with Glitchtrap, I kind of wish Dreadbear came with something like maybe his brain, and then Captain Foxy, it would have been cool if he came with a gun, and then Grim Foxy, I think it would have been really cool if he came with like the Vanny mask or maybe a key or something like that. And then oh, that's all of them. But yeah, I think that would have been really cool if they came with stuff like that. I don't know why they stopped doing that. Like with Wave 2, Nightmare Freddy got the Freddle. Wave 1, you know, Chica got the cupcake. Jacko Chica got the jack-o'-lantern. Stuff like that would have been really cool with these characters. So I don't know why they stopped doing that. It would have been really cool with these Cursed Dreadbear things. But I still think they're very cool figures. Also, Build-A-Figures. They stopped doing Build-A-Figures for some reason. The Build-A-Figures were always very cool. All the Build-A-Figures are at least A tier on this list. So I don't know why they stopped doing those. It would have been very cool if they did. Okay, so I was editing the video, and apparently the video cut out again. Thankfully, again, it was like towards the end of the video right after I finished the list, so I don't really have to re-record the actual list itself. But I mean, yeah, that was weird, I guess. It just cut out, so the whole thing recorded, but then I went back and was editing it, and like the last like 3 minutes or whatever was just frozen. So that was fun, but at least there's not really anything I need to re-record. So since that's the end of the video, let me know which tier list I should do next, like if we should do mystery minis or pop figures, McFarlane sets maybe. Just let me know in the comments what you want, what other types of videos you want to see, and that's the end of the video. So if you want to subscribe, click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch that plush tier list, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, click that button over there. And I'll see you when I do another epic tier list like this.